inflation's eating up all our savings.
Our home value is plummeting.
No! What is up, guys? Welcome back to another epic video on Awesome Kids TV, and happy Halloween! That is right, it is the spookiest day of the year, Halloween! So happy Halloween to one and all. I know we got the advertisement again. Inflation. If you evildoers are watching, inflation should have been banned permanently. But anyway, in this video, we are going to be building, you guessed it, the Cathead Magic Wars official map. Now, some of you are probably thinking, why on earth did you decide to do this? Didn't you already do this? Well, I did, but this is going to be a lot more different than to what we are used to. I made the prototype for it a while ago. The Cathead Magic Wars series got canceled due to one of our videos being barely being shown on our YouTube channel page. So that is why we are going to redo it, but in a more, how should I say, moderate fashion? I don't know. Alrighty, without any further ado, we shall begin building this island. This is the very first land of this island. Honestly, the name kind of sucks, but it is basically called I'm gonna say Paranormal Plains. That doesn't suck at all. That actually is a very awesome name for a land. Paranormal Plains. Who would want to celebrate Halloween in that land? You know I would. Anyway, we don't have time to talk about all that. We got ourselves a world to make. We got ourselves a world map to build. Here is the basic idea for the look of the Paranormal Plains. We are basically making a bunch of grass structures that are going to support the world itself, right? The land itself. Well, that is the basic idea behind this shebang. That is the basic idea. So that's why I decided to support the whole land on a better grass on each and every end. This is what it's looking like so far. And if you guys are having a very happy Halloween this year, feel free to let us know down in the comments. And now here's the question of the day. What is your favorite Halloween candy to be given out on a Halloween? Let us know down in the comments. And I will give you a big old shout out in a future video here. And we will make a special video with your shout out in mind. There you go. This is what the support system is looking like. I know it looks kind of sloppy with the two grassy island supports, little island things. Oh, and peeps, there are koalas in Australia. It's illegal to say that in South Australia. There are koalas there. You can't say that. You offended half of Australia. There are koalas there. Australia is going to come after you and make you say there are koalas in Australia, mate. Anyway, as I was saying, the whole... Oh, I can't even speak. The basic idea behind this whole entire paranormal land is, well, we are going to make it look as paranormal as possible with spooky trees and spooky things happening and whatnot. That is the basic idea. That is the basic idea. I really want inflation to be permanently banned. Banning abortions, I want banned. Reducing prison populations, I want banned as well. They all should have been banned. Medela Barnes, you should have been Barnes. If you're watching this, Medela Barnes, if you're watching this video, I want you to be banned from America for good, so that there will be no more inflation. Speaking of that, you also have to permanently pay a 15% tax, and only 15%. Anyway, let's stop talking about wanting to ban bad things that Medela Barnes and his fellow evildoers have done to Wisconsin and making a better Wisconsin, and get on with the world itself. Now, whenever I think paranormal, whenever I think of something spooky on Halloween, I think of spooky, scary, haunted house. I think haunted houses. I think of all kinds of spooky things, actually. Alright, the supports are now 100% done. We can now get to the most important part of the entire project. And that, my friends, is of course building the yeah, we don't have time to talk about the land. We only have time to talk about how we have time to talk about a bunch of other things. And this is how nature attended land to be. Out of alignment and stuff. Alright, let's work on the land on top of the supports. Sorry, I'm being quiet again. Alright, let's talk about something. This is taking forever. So you guys know Halloween, right? The one holiday where everyone dresses up in costumes and go trick-or-treating. We don't do trick-or-treating stuff that much nowadays because of COVID. COVID made less trick-or-treating out of Halloween back in 2020, which is kind of disappointing. We can't hang out with friends and family anymore because of darn COVID-19. But anyway, when he was little, Mr. Tim Tom, aka Timothy Thomas, a combo of Thomas and Friends' Thomas the Tank Engine and Timothy the Oil Burning Engine, he basically, when he was little, he basically shoved an entire bowl of candy into his entire bag, and on Halloween once, he did that Halloween thing once and never did it again. Yes, I am. Just ignore them. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. When Tim Tom was little, he did the Halloween bowl in one bag thing. He took the whole bowl of candy. He did that Halloween thing once and never ever did it again, as thoroughly explained in Tim Tom video stealing from my dentist with Emily. Go and check out her channel as well as Tim Tom's channel. The two channels, both channels, I am going to link down below. Sorry, I can't be talkative and play a game at the same time. It's hard, man. It's hard. I said it just like Link from Good Mythical Morning with Friend Link. Oh, by the way, Microwave Society California is a permanently real state, and it does exist. Your society does not exist, according to Ren Link. Microwave Society does not exist. Hopefully, Microwave Society doesn't get mad at me for saying their channel doesn't exist, and California does. Anyway, if you thought that was crazy, oh boy, I got a real awesome selection of stories for you YouTube newbies out there. If you're a bunch of YouTube newbies and are new to YouTube and don't know how to make a video for the first time, here are a couple of stories. Some of you YouTube pros might know these. You didn't. They are still under my progress. No, just no. As I was saying before Kira and Mom interrupted me, there are a lot of Halloween movies and specials put out on Halloween every year, right? Like, Halloween is Grinch Night. That was a Halloween thing put out on Halloween back in the old days. I think of the 80s or the 60s. I don't know to be honest, man. I have no idea. I do. Anyway, as I was saying, there's also the Paw Patrol Halloween special, which I watched video clips of. And honestly, it was pretty good. The costumes the Paw Patrol pups were wearing were pretty good. There was also, there's also Hocus Pocus 1 and 2. Those are great Halloween movies. They are technically horror films. I do have superpowers. You don't. I'm getting interrupted by my family again. This is another one of those times where I got interrupted. Don't interrupt me, family, if you're watching this. Anyway, this is what our land is looking like. Kira, my family's so interrupting, guys. Anyway, this is how our land is looking like. This is what our land is looking like on our map for day 1 of Friendship Fort. For day 1 of Paranormal Plains, or double P for short, we are going to have a bunch of signs that tell you stuff like go away or don't come to this forest, danger, or warning, monsters ahead, go no further. Kind of like the episode of kind of like the Backyardigans episode, Scared of You, where Austin gathers monsters, gathers up free monsters for his master by the name of Mad Scientist Tasha. Mwahaha. And in one scene, she did. In one scene, she is all like, you better go and get me those monsters. But what Austin doesn't know is that she is actually getting ready for his assistant's birthday. Yeah, that episode takes place on Austin's birthday. And he wants to have the best birthday ever after all those years. And in one scene, I'm not making this up, but in one scene, Austin goes to find the Mummy King. He does. Anyway, in one scene, Austin goes to find the Mummy King Tyrone. And there are hieroglyphics on the wall, and he mentions to us that he can, in fact, read hieroglyphics. And they say, warning, Mummy King up ahead. Monster Mummy King up ahead. That's what they said. Go no further. But Austin is all like, but I have to go further. And the hieroglyphics are all like, oh, okay, but whatever you do not step on the X. And naturally, Austin's all like, I wonder what that means. And then the trap gets triggered, and he is all like, uh-oh. And as the boulders come crashing down after him, he avoids every single one. He avoids every single one of the boulders that come down after him when his feet press down on the X, and finally he makes it to the tomb of the Mummy King Tyrone. He makes it to his tomb. Took you long enough, big guy. Took you long enough. And he and the Mummy King are all like, hello? Hello? Mummy King? Are you home? No one's home. Go away. And then a song comes on, and Austin naturally it's all like, oh, brother. And he does. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted again. Austin then tells him, I am not a monster, and the Mummy King Tyrone is all like, you're not? And he comes down, and he's all like, why didn't you say so? And he tells him why he didn't say so, and then he gives the Mummy King a letter and for his birthday party, and it says, Dear Mummy King Tyrone, if you're not too wrapped up, please come to a surprise birthday party for Austin at my laboratory. It's a secret, so don't tell Austin. Mwah! And then they're all like, so, what does the letter say? I can't tell you. It's a secret. And then they go to the werewolf's forest, where they obviously meet the werewolf Uniqua, and she gets scared of Mummy King Tyrone, and then wabam, they sing the same song that was sung earlier, and then they become instant best friends. Friendship takes a lot of time to get used to before you become best friends, you know. And then they go. Yeah, Austin had to get the werewolf by reading the message that was written in werewolf, and he saw like, it's a good thing I read werewolf. And the rest of the message said, watch out for the spooky tree. And then Mummy King Tyrone, for some reason, gets swooped by the tree, swooped up by the spooky, ticklish tree, and Austin figures out how to get him down, and the way to get him down is naturally by tickling the tree itself, and Austin is all like, huh, a ticklish tree. Yeah, you get the idea of the entire episode. You get the idea. There's an Enderman. I can hear you, Enderman. Get out of here, witch. You too, skeletons. Happy Halloween, mobs. Happy Halloween. Can't you mobs stay out of our project zone? Seriously. Just, come on. And look at that, all the grass has turned into dirt, and you know what that means? It's time to add the vines. Yes, the vines. There we go. While we're putting on the vines, we will talk about something else. You guys don't want to hear about me and my sister's favorite childhood favorite TV show, The Backyardigans, from our childhood. So we're gonna move on from that. Now, if you guys had ever been to a slumber party, then by all means you probably have realized that they are in fact witch gatherings. Yes, literal witch gatherings. And you have played some spooky, scary games that are fun for the whole freaking family. Like Bloody Mary, for instance. Bloody Mary, if you don't know, is basically the sleepover game, the slumber party game that you play, where you basically grab yourself a good old candle or flashlight with the then you go into the bathroom and turn off the lights. Say Bloody Mary 3 times in the dark, and bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a vengeful spirit in the mirror that may or may not kill you. Fun for the whole freaking family. And yes, Bloody Mary is pure evil, if you were wondering, in the face of Monster 500. And she is part of the team of the team of the Driving Dead, Or was it the Lunatic Legends? Nah, she's a member of the Driving Dead and not a lunatic legend because, duh, she has bloody in her name and she has bloody eyes, bloody eyeballs, she has bloody eyeballs, red mist eyeballs. Yes, there is nothing more girly than There is nothing more girly than going to the spirit world and provoking what's on the other side. There is nothing more girly to do than that. And I thought you guys said that spirit was going to be Robin in a freaking sheet. What the hell is wrong with you? What in the name? What the hell is wrong with you guys? The hell is wrong with you? Do you guys even need to explain to me what is wrong with you? No? Nothing wrong with you? Okay. Let's just, get the paranormal, planes all assembled. We do not have any time to freaking waste. We only have like a couple of minutes of waste. And I hear that Enderman, guys. I heard that Enderman, but I don't see him. He's a sneaky guy. He's a sneaky guy. So you're gonna wanna watch out for him and his fellow Endermen because they can get pretty sneaky on you and just, kill you when they get a chance, however. But anyway, there is one game that you guys should be afraid of that has been played at slumber parties before. Lysa Feather's Stiff as a Board. Basically, if you don't know how to play that game, you basically put your fingers underneath your friend, chant Lysa Feather, Stiff as a Board a couple of times, and then count to 3. And on the third count, your fingers are able to lift your friend flawlessly and effortlessly, and fingers are a lot stronger than you had ever given credit to. But do be careful with that spell, young witches. In the event you should drop your levitating friend, your powers unfortunately won't be advanced enough to heal a fractured spine when that happens. So you really want to make your powers advanced enough to heal your freaking friend. If you want a healed unfractured spine, then you might want to get your powers advanced enough to heal a fractured spine. You might want to do that instead of heal a fractured spine the old-fashioned way. You don't want to do that, do ya? No, of course not. Our map is looking pretty fabulous, by the way, if you were wondering. All the trees are looking quite beautiful in this environment, this paranormal environment. So we are just going to put as many trees down on the ground as fast as we can. We have to put down as many as we can for this project because honestly, I ain't ready for the craft of the year 2022. We have done a lot of crazy stuff in 2022, but this is one of those times where I am going legit crazy. And my Craft Society steam engines don't fart at each other, they whistle at each other. It doesn't count as farting. Only in your imagination only. Only in your imagination. Speaking of that, the paranormal planes basically are a paranormal land that is, well, paranormal. That's the name, paranormal planes. Duh. I invented it in my fantasies myself. I came up with the name originally in my fantasies a while ago myself. But the name hasn't stuck for very long. The name originally was going to be Spooky Planes, but we had to change the name. Speaking of that, I heard an Enderman. Where are ya, Mr. Enderman? I have no idea where the frick this Enderman could possibly be. Anyway, let's just keep on growing some wildlife onto the map of paranormal planes. This is part of a world called Realm Mashup. Realm Mashup basically is like PZ2's Holiday Mashup. It's kind of like PZ2 Reforge's Holiday Mashup, but instead of holidays, we're mashing up worlds we thought up in our head. Like paranormal planes, which is the world I am working on right now. Bam! There we go. Now we just need to add some more details. Like perhaps a bunch of logs that have been cut down and have fallen over. Yeah, I guess we could add that feature. And we can have like a river or a waterfall hanging off. Yeah, we're gonna add the logs in the waterfall. So let me get my oak wood. There we go. Oak wood log. Make a giant log. A medium sized log. There you go. We got a couple logs lying around, doing nothing. Now we just need some zombified corpses rising from the dead, buried somewhere in this area. I heard you, Mr. Enderman. We'll use green wool for that. There you go. There's a zombie coming out there. We'll have another one come out. No wonder this place is paranormal and not so normal at all. It's full of dead corpses coming to life. That is scaring the poor heck out of Zip Storm right now. Zip, I am so sorry if I'm freaking you out with the paranormal planes, but it's okay. The holiday will be over eventually, I promise. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to stay tuned. That was the first half. After I get this video uploaded, I will make the second half. Bye-bye.